everybody. Welcome back on set with Background Bros. I'm Millie. It's Big T.
Hey.
Milk, magic behind the camera. Now you see me, now you don't. That's right. He's a magic man. He creates all the good stuff. So today we got a lot of things to talk about. I don't know if we'll get through everything, but we're going to start out with some BS in showbiz. Something that's always aggravated me or ticked me off. And it's just little things in the movie that's fake. That This is Millie with the Background Bros serving you up with another awesome video showcasing Bell Street Burrito in Villa Rica, Georgia, and with the newest location being in the city of Munich, and plans to go nationwide, baby. Excellent food and recently acquired beer license, the Background Bros has geniusly helped name a beer burrito combo, the first of its kind, called the Don Pedro. So please, stop in, try the food, and tell them Millie sent you. It's just total BS, which is, number one, the taser. You know, the little bullshit taser, you know. You'll see somebody get tased right in the side and they pass the hell out and then they get dragged off somewhere by. It's bullshit. Taser does not knock you out. I know this for a fact. I was a taser instructor as a cop for many years. I actually was probably one of the very first taser instructors in the state of Georgia. It's probably one of the only tasers certified getting shot with in the state of Georgia. I had to go to Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, where the company was, Tasers Company, to take the course, the instructor course, back in 2005. The police departments didn't even acknowledge there's a governmental side that governs all the police officers called POST, Peace Officer Standards and Training Council. So the Post Council did not recognize the use of tasers. We didn't have tasers back then. I didn't get it listed under my certifications until a couple of years later. So I'm going from the tasers that you shoot, that the barbs come out, that really hit you, and that's the ones that really lock you up and you will fall and bust your head on the concrete.
That's what, like 50,000 volts or something?
Yep. I've been shot, I don't know, 15, 20 times. Now, I've been hit with the barbs like 4 or 5. But it's called a drive stun. You can take the cartridge off the barbs, and then you get the little, and that's a drive stun. When they run it, they stick it in you. All it does, it's just pain compliance. It's just making you move your body in the direction they want you to go so they can cuff you. They want you to quit and give up. It does hurt, but it don't knock you out. The electricity is about 2 inches apart. Electricity only travels from probe to probe. So when you stick it to somebody, it's only electrocuting that little space. Yeah, it hurts. It's just going to piss you off. And it's going to make your muscles flex, but that's it. You don't pass the hell out. It's so stupid. Every freaking movie. Sorry, Hollywood, if I just bursted your bubble. Now you're going to suck and have to figure out another way to do it because it does not knock you out. Even the barbs that come out, like I said, from probe to probe, if it's in my stomach, in my chest, it's just electrocuting within that resistance. There's those point to point. It's just point to point electricity. It's not shoot him here and he goes head to toe. No, but now when you get hit here, it will lock you up. You'll fall, you'll hit the ground, and you'll start screaming like a little bitch. Not, don't hit me again. Don't do it again. I've had a guy to jump in the air on top of the hood of the police car screaming. And this guy was like 6'4", big dude. Got in a foot chase. He whooped his old lady's ass because she hit his cocaine. And me and my partner, we dealt with it, and I should have paid attention. This dumbass, he was putting his shoes on, and I'm like, he's putting his shoes on. And it's at night, and I'm like, we're outside, but we're not going nowhere. He got his shoes on. Then he kind of bladed us, and I'm like, oh no. And then the light bulbs went off. This son of a bitch is about to run. And he does. Takes off running. We run. I'm out of shape. I get there with the taser. My partner's got his gun on him, and he's like, fucking shoot me, come on, you know, the big tough talk. He didn't see me. Pow, with that taser. He hit the ground screaming. And I'm like, how do you like that shit, motherfucker? You know? So, yeah. And then another car pulls up, cop car, and he gets up. And I said, you want me to hit again? He snarled, he jumps in midair and holds on to the hood. I can't. Hook him, go, whatever. But sorry, I got off in a different direction. Taser does not knock you out. That's BS.
So let me ask you, what is the pistol-looking taser from like that movie, The Hangover? When after.
Well, I don't know what they had. I don't know. I watched it one time. It was a good movie. I watched it one time, but that's what the cops wear. It's like a pistol. The old one, the old school one, was the M26. It hurts more than the X26. It was more painful, and they redesigned some stuff just to make it immobilize you, where you're like, you're just like locked up. And even sometimes, like one time we were in class, and they told everybody they'd have to wear a diaper, so the first person went and put a diaper on and came out, and everybody's laughing at them because we were just bullshitting them. Like, yeah, okay, if you got a weak bladder, you might piss yourself. I don't know. I never had people to piss themselves, or shit themselves. I didn't have that. Now, I heard that rumors there have been people. I have done a chain of people before, like they'll hook arm in arm, and I make them sit down instead of stand up because that would really. So it was not recommended because when you lock up, you might pull somebody's shoulder out of socket.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we did it anyways. It was just funny. I don't know, 8 or 9 people, and made them sit down, and they all locked on. I hooked a probe to one end of the chain.
And grounded it all the way through.
All the way to the other. So that electricity went through them all.
It sounds like fun, really.
You gotta try. You gotta try it.
I have not experienced that, but I would love to.
It felt like a semi-truck with a bolt of electricity going right into you at 90 miles an hour. It hurts like hell. The barbs do, because it's a greater distance electricity going through your body.
Well, I guess let me back up and say I would love to experience it as in tasing somebody, but I've got high blood pressure, so I think it would be more fun to actually tase. Yes.
Well, I thought you were gonna say you would like to do it voluntarily.
I guess I would.
Not drunk in the street with the police tonight. You want to do it voluntarily.
I guess I would. Yeah, I guess.
Look, I'm going to take a shot with a 9mm to the chest with a bulletproof vest on.
We can have a Mythbusters episode and do it.
A cop out here is not going to just roll up and say, okay, we can do this because it's kind of like violating your rights. But we can call 911 and say we got a intruder, home invader, and he's wearing a white background broken shirt and a gray hat. Help, hang up. And then they'll show up, kick the door in, shoot your ass.
Yeah, well, I think I would rather the voluntarily part than the Villarica Police Department.
I think I've got enough connections to where I could get a police.
If we put a vest on, I know it's like 2 to the chest and 1 in the head. If we could get them to skip the 1 in the head part and maybe just 1 in the chest with a vest.
How close you want to be? From here to there? Or are you going to risk 5 feet? Is 5 feet versus 2 feet going to be any difference in impact?
I don't know, man.
In your mind, you think, oh, a little further back, it's not gonna hurt as bad, or risk it. Somebody actually.
Yeah, because if you got a farther distance and say they're pulling the trigger and sneeze or something,
I know it was like bam in the jaw and the neck and head.
then you realize, it might have been a stupid stunt.
If you shoot like police shoot, your ass is gonna die because police can't shoot. They can't. I've seen cops. We had to leave the range because range day was over, and there was extra cops left back that were requalifying that never really qualified. It's bullshit, and I know it's bullshit. I know who the instructors were. Yeah, and I've always said, if you're a cop and I'm held hostage, don't come rescue me. Hell no. You let me get out of this.
See, but in movies, there's always that hostage, and there's that one key shot where they smoke the bad guy right in between the eyes, you know.
There was a video when I was in police sniper school that, you know, they're like, hey, and we'll go through this. They're like, look, even as cops going into the academy, they tell you, hey, if you can't shoot somebody, you know, this is not really the job for you because you may have to, and, you know, and saving somebody and this and that. Well, it kind of escalates. It's kind of like at sniper school, it's like, you can't kill a motherfucker. You don't need to be in this room. And we're like, anybody leaving? We're looking around. No, ain't nobody leaving. We excited about shooting people. So it's like, okay. And they showed us a video. The first day was doing some classwork stuff. And this is a couple weeks long. And there was a video, hostage situation in the bank. And the guy's like, you know, holding a girl like this. And he's like this. And, well, there happened to be a sniper on scene. Well, he was at a concrete wall. Now, he kept seeing the scope on the guy's head. And it's like, pow. And everybody's like, holy shit, what was that? What was that? Even the guy holding the girl hostage was like, what was that? What was that? It was a gunshot going off. It didn't hit the guy. And so the sniper reloads. Pow! Still, everybody's wondering, what the hell was that? Everybody's looking around, cops looking around, bad guys looking around, like what? And then he realized he's looking, and he's got 2 shots into the concrete in front of him. The barrel was below the concrete, and the scope was above it. It's such an idiot. But that's another reason why we like to lower our scopes to the barrel as much as possible. Cause, you know. But anyways, that third shot got him. Bad guy was looking around like, what was that? And then the top of his head exploded. I mean, it's like, well, he didn't make it up to the third one. He should have just gave up when he heard the gunshots going off.
I took off running after the first one, you know?
So, but yeah, that sniper school was really cool. I have to tell you that I learned a lot. I was a great shot. I graduated first in my class through my eyes. I mean, I was. Even the instructor was like, he saw my target and he's like, he wasn't even going to measure because they had a measurement where you're supposed to shoot exactly. And so he was just like, you're good. So it taught me a lot, though. Sniper school taught me a lot how to dial in your scope. It's the dope. You hear a cop or somebody talk about, dial in your dope. It's not drugs we're talking about. I mean, dope is dope, and that's what we think of. But no, you're dialing in your scope from elevation and windage. That's your dope. And we laid down at the 200-yard mark was a little concrete barrier about knee high. So we laid down on our backs, and we're holding these balloons, and they're floating. And that's another thing about Hollywood. It's BS. A bullet does not go zing, bang, all that shit. No. It's so loud, a bullet from a rifle is breaking the sound barrier. So it's a loud crack. And then a couple seconds later, you hear the gun go off. Weird at first. We're laying there. We take turns, our partners, we shoot the balloons. The loud crack goes over, hurts my ear. It's a loud crack because it's breaking the sound barrier. Like a jet, crack, boom. Well, crack, and then you can count. They were trying to teach us how far away another shooter may be. Because it's like lightning and thunder. You see the lightning, then you count 1,000, 2, 1,000, then you hear boom. Same thing. We're 200 yards out, 1,000, 2, 1,000, boom, from the gun. So you're counting, so you know he's approximately 200 yards away. Every second is 100 yards that shooter may be. So after you hear the loud crack of the real noise of a bullet, it is not no zing, bang, zip, and all that stupid ricocheting shit. No, it's not. It's a loud crack, and you can count how far off that shooter is. And you'll know in the direction also where that shooter may be coming from, if he's shooting at you. So that was really great. And now I'm going to tell you something, it's going to be a little nuts, but I was there with some guys that, we all talked about it. The last phase of our training was land navigation and, ghillie suits and stalking we had to stalk, I think we had 4 or 5 instructors in the woods, and they desensitized us. They tried to introduce it by getting other people to scan their faces on a printer. So we were shooting targets that were people's faces, not squares and circles. But the final part of the stalking phase, the instructors wore a hat with a number taped on it. And if you got close enough and you could, read the number, you radio in and say, I'm so-and-so, it's your number, blah, 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 you're dead, But putting another human being's head in a scope, in the crosshairs, man, that was exciting. That was so exciting. An adrenaline rush. It was just like, wow, you felt like you locked in. You're like, yes, you were there. You're like, and out of safety, they checked our rifles, bolted down, and took tape and taped the whole damn gun right there. So there couldn't be no accidental shootings. But if a sniper tells you he didn't get excited about putting crosshairs on people, he's a damn liar. He's a liar. Otherwise, what the hell are you doing that job for?
Yeah.
It ain't just being a cop and putting a gun on, or being a soldier and carrying M4, M16 because that's your job. No, you're going to specialize in killing people. Because you don't shoot to wing somebody. You don't shoot. I'm not there to shoot their arm or their kneecap. No, that's not what they taught us. They taught us to put it right in line with their pupils. That's what they taught us. So that's what we're there to do. So don't let people fool you. Don't think I'm crazy as hell, because that's the job. And that's just, we're just on another level. We're just on another level from you people to get to lay in your beds at night safe and soundly. We're the ones that show up to shoot the bad guy when he's holding you and your family hostage. We're that person. We're not the nutcases running into Walmart shooting up, or the mall, or a school, or no. That's not the rush shit I'm talking about. And we're on a different level. But Hollywood's full of shit on the tasers and on the guns. Now, guns that we have used on scene as soldiers, the M16s, they're either rubber, they look real, They're either rubber, plastic. There was some metal ones that they had like concrete poured down the barrel. I opened mine up and looked, and it was like concrete with a Phillips head screw right in the middle of it, and it was heavy. And then they had some that had a light on the end of it that would imitate flashing, but they'll go back and edit and add flashing to all the other rubber guns. And then they did have a few guys shooting blanks out of some guns. So, but everybody was removed from set during that. They just, isolated that scene, so there were less chance of any kind of accidents.
I guess that was after the whole Brandon Lee thing. That movie, The Crow.
Yeah, he was killed. There's been a few people killed. Well, just recently, the Baldwin guy.
Mm-hmm. Alec Baldwin, yep.
And I think there was another guy. He was young, and he had a handgun, and it had blanks in it. But I don't remember what year this was or what movie it was. I just saw it the other day. He was trying to be funny, and he put it to his head and pulled the trigger, not knowing that a blank still has some concussion, and it still killed him. Now, if you pulled it from here to there, 5 feet away and shoots one thing, but you don't put compression and fire and a primer and powder and expect not to do damage. If you put it, it's close. Press contact is what we call it in policing. If you press contact somebody, if you're fighting for your life and you put the gun to their head and put it up against it, you can even put your hand behind the slide and pull the trigger, and the entire explosion that's going to take place with that round and gunpowder will come out into and explode that head. That's press contact. And that's pretty much what he did. He pressed contact himself with a blank, and it still killed him.